Exoddus Proxima Centauri funded in Indiegogo a few years ago, and since NSKN has done great things with great games, including improving Exoddus Proxima Centauri with a second edition, and now Exoddus Edge of Extinction, which expands the game. This is a full expansion for the game that allows you to play with one player, just one player alone. And it's a very weighty expansion, so I'm expecting a great deal of things from it. But as usual, are the components and the contents of the box worth the amount of money that you have to pay to get your hands on it? Welcome to the GMS Magazine unboxing videos. When NSKN released Exoddus Proxima Centauri, went from a very big box to a smaller box, and the game was revised. But even then, the game already promised an awful lot. But there were a few things missing, and this Exoddus Edge of Extinction is NSKN's answer to those issues, and they've worked really hard. In fact, this box is absolutely packed with stuff. But let's take a look. The box is a pretty standard box, you know, the one that everybody uses. There's nothing weird, there's nothing remarkable about it. It's just a normal box. It's just it's very well packed. Firstly, the first thing we're seeing here are the 6 player boards, and they are pretty huge. And they are very flexible, so you're going to have to be careful with them. There is an awful lot of information here, the upkeep stages and all the action card descriptions, your upgrade, your technologies, more technologies. There is an awful lot of information in here, which leads me to believe that this is going to be quite a hands-on kind of game for being a quick game. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the 6, and they look very good. The material again is not the strongest, so you're going to have to be a little bit careful with it. This is the sort of thing that I would rather see completely rigid cardboard, but I can see that that would add another inch of depth to the box, making things a lot more complicated. So this is just not possible. This is the best that a company can do, so I am happy with that. I'm not going to fault them for that. Then we can have the scenario book, and I like the fact that this game is now scenario based as well, which is excellent. I think that's really cool, and I've been told by Andre that although the scenarios are beatable, especially if you play solitaire, but they're quite difficult. So there is a fair amount of replayability in the game, which is excellent. I like that. Then we get the rules with your game setup. Very wordy rules. There is a lot of stuff to read in here, and although it's only 8 pages, there is a fair amount of stuff that you're going to have to get to grips with. I do like, though, that there is a story behind the whole thing, behind the canon of the game itself, and that's something I really like. So, meaty. What else? Stickers with numbers, I presume are going to be for the dice, and an illustration of some faraway planet. It looks pretty cool. I quite like this. Wouldn't mind seeing more of this. Now we get onto the tokens. And there are quite a number of tokens here. A lot of them. And see, this is why I don't mind having those player boards being flexible. because these tokens are actually quite thick. Ouch. Which is very nice. You cannot really bend them easily, which is lovely. So that's pretty good. Now, black tokens, I don't know what they're being used for, but there are a fair number of them, which is good. Little holes in here, where I presume cubes can. Oh, this is nice. You have little holes, and these are the size of the standard cube that you can slot in it. I presume to set up that you have reach the technology or that you are allocating your resources. I like that. Oh, that's actually quite sweet. That's cool. Excellent. You see, it doesn't take much to excite me, let's face it. Just give me a little hole in a player board and I'm happy. Anyway, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 of these boards, which represents for the players. Separator, this is good. A separator cardboard, so things don't fall on top of the spaceships and the cards. Well thought out. You see, and this is one thing that I am really impressed, I have to say, with Exoddus in general, is the fact that the initial game was in a massive box the size of a small coffin. But they managed to reduce everything and put it in a normal looking box, so it's easier to store, which is pretty cool. So how they've managed that is beyond me, but well done, Andrei and Agnieszka. Now, we open this. There are several boxes of cards. We have 1, 2, 4 decks of cards, and the material is okay. It's quite shiny. So if you're eating your crisps, be careful. Obviously, I am always going to recommend, regardless of the game and regardless of the quality of the card, to sleeve them because that will expand the lifespan exponentially, which is good. And the graphic design is actually pretty decent. I like it a fair bit because there is nothing to be missed. Everything seems to be very clearly labeled. The icons are very big as well. And you have a little bit of flavor text, which is always a good idea. And there are a lot of these cards, which again makes me feel that the game is going to have a great deal of replayability. That, of course, is not all. If I put the cards beside, we get some cubes. Nothing remarkable about them. They're just standard normal wooden cubes, like the ones that you will find in pretty much every single Euro game out there. That's it. A ton of dice. Well, not really a ton. I think I was exaggerating there a little bit. The dice are nothing. Again, they haven't gone for a huge quality production for the dice. They're just meant to do what they're meant to do. However, something that I like a lot is that the numbers, the little dots, are all carved in. They're not painted. So that's going to make them last an awful lot longer. It would have been really nice to see some themed dice, just in this sort of icons or different numbers, something that would reflect the universe, the aesthetic of the universe where the game is being played, but they're just dice, so they're not really going to detract from the game. It would just be an aesthetic consideration. But maybe, I don't know, some expansion for later for future of the game, or, you know, an add-on that can be purchased later on. That would be really cool to have. We've got the spaceships. They have been made, and this is something I know I did criticize at the time, and I'm still going to criticize them. They've made the same plastic, exactly the same material with the same colors and the same everything. The designs of the ships is brilliant. I really, really like it. And the only thing that's a shame about this game is that if these minis were really top-notch, amazing quality, this game would be absolutely fantastic to look at. It would be a spectacle to see on the table. Now, these do the trick. They're not a big deal. They just feel weird in my hand, but the design is lovely. They are very strong to play with, which is very good. So this is just a personal preference of mine. I would prefer to see something a bit better quality, but they are lovely to look at. I think the design is absolutely gorgeous. And in this expansion, and this is something I really appreciate a lot, we have little pedestals. So you can set your ships and properly make them fly on your board. This, friends of mine, excites me. That excites me. Now these spaceships look a lot better. And now I don't mind that they're made out of cheap plastic. I like it. Now I like them an awful lot. And it really, really brings something cool to the game. So that is a fantastic addition from the aesthetic point of view. As I thought, this game, this expansion is not disappointing from the production point of view. There's a huge amount of stuff coming into this box, plenty of space if you want to get rid of the insert and have more things inside. The cards look beautiful, the tokens are very thick and well done. So yeah, I think if you are a fan of Exoddus Proxima Centauri, you really want to get this. And the price range that they've marked for this game, I'm quite happy about that. So yeah, NSKN, once again, they managed to hit the mark. Many congratulations, very well done. Thank you very, very much indeed for watching, and please remember to subscribe so you can keep abreast of the new videos that we're going to be releasing very, very soon indeed. And if you're so inclined, please take a look at our Patreon website and become one of our Patreons, because we need your help for this website and these videos to survive. Thank you very much indeed for being there.